Well, it seems that Sunday is the day that I for sure make a video right now. Just my schedule is this works, so I hope everyone is doing well. I think by just doing a quick glance at activity, the VC is strong, streaming, up and running. People are engaged, sharing, and it's just wonderful. You know, the VC is a wonderful, wonderful entity that has a life of its own with many branches and many people doing many things. And I just love that it exists. You know, I just do. I only have a couple of records to show new and some news to share and see what else is on my mind. Let me kind of just getting going here. In the background, for the most part today, what you'll hear is music that I'm working on in the background. I'll start the video by saying that I love that I keep hearing from many people through comments how videos that I've made are encouraging to them, inspiring to them, makes them decide to make videos, makes them decide to listen to music again, many things, you know. Really, that's I'm grateful for that. I also appreciate that people want to connect with me and want me to hear your music. I want to be real honest right now. I'm more focused on me. So when you send me requests, don't be offended if I don't respond right away. Like, I'll speak of one, I don't know the fellow's name, but someone sent me a link to their music, and their dad was in the band Nihilist Spasm Band. I know Nihilist Spasm Band, I know who they are. I don't know they have any vinyl, but I probably have some of their work somewhere in my house on burned CD or something. I love that. I love when people get a hold of me with connections like that to music. So thank you for sending me the link, and I'll check you out eventually, but I just want to be real honest. I'm real focused right now on what I'm doing and what my friends are doing, and I'm feeling real good about it. You know, records and music are important, but records as an artifact, as a toy, as something to play with is still important. And so, you catch my drift, yeah. Let's see, I just have a couple of new records to show. I do want to acknowledge that there are some neat things going on. People are having contests. Big Star is doing the 10 in 10. Maybe I'll eventually participate. It hasn't struck me to do so yet because my focus is elsewhere right now. It really is. But I just love seeing all the activity, and I love seeing everybody doing their thing. One of the VC members who is here in Omaha that I'm becoming friends with, you know, and really liking is Jesse Cundiff is the name. And he regularly digs at the Goodwill warehouse in Omaha. And he called me the other day, and he didn't even know they had found something that I liked. He said, "Oh, I got some 45s, you'll probably be interested." And I went down there, and I did take a stack of the 45s, nothing real interesting, mostly country. But then he showed me the albums that he found, and one of them made my eyes bug. And he said, "Oh, you can have it." Because Jesse's a good man, you know, and he had found at Goodwill, PFM, Live in USA, Italian pressing on numero uno. I've had several copies of the US version on Manticore, but I've said it many times, I have a thing for imports. I love them. The numero uno label, for me, is very collectible. And the dang thing, although it didn't have an inner sleeve, and I still need to get one for it, the booklet, in great shape, just awesome. Jesse, if you see this, thank you so much, man. And as a result of it being at the Goodwill and paying for what you buy by the pound, I paid maybe 70 cents for this album. Wow, that's living. Thank you. The only other albums I bought in that bunch was I got another Best of Gordon Lightfoot, because I won't get them all because I just see them because you see them a lot, but this one has a bunch of his songs that I like right on the album. The Way I Feel, Black Day in July, Wherefore and Why. So I just pop this on and play it. And I'll just say it again, unashamedly, I love Gordon Lightfoot, and no need to defend it. It's just I like him, Now, on the other hand, here's someone I like, but I really can't. I think this music is just really, really like eating meat and potatoes, which I'm really bored with. But it was at the Goodwill, and it was like maybe 70 cents, so I got it. Patti Smith, Easter. I don't like this, people. I don't, and I have friends who just rave, and I don't get it. This music I know that Patti Smith is about her words, but that's not why I listen. I'm listening to the music. I'm listening to the whole picture. And even when the words are powerful, it doesn't mean that much when the music is so shit. And again, you folks that have been with me long know not to be offended because your opinion is different from mine. If you love Patti Smith and you heard me say that her music is shit, there's no reason for you to get offended. I'm talking about how I relate to it. Now, I met Patti Smith, and that to me is one of my great rock memories. It's one of my great life memories. I got to meet Patti Smith way back in the end of the 70s. She came to Omaha, did an in-store when hardly anybody knew her, so no one was hardly there. I knew who she was, and I was thrilled to meet her, and I wanted to get her autograph, but I didn't have her records because I don't like them. Well, I do. I have Frederick, but I didn't have it at the time, so I asked her to sign my shirt, and it was neat because we flirted. There was a flirtatious thing. I took my shirt off for her to sign, and it was cool. It was cool, okay? So I cherish that memory between me and Patti Smith, and I still have the shirt. I've shown it in a video in the last month or two. So no disrespect to Patti Smith, but I gotta tell you what I think about the music, and just a lot of music that people love I think is terrible. I really do. I just don't, not terrible, it's like, it's so nondescript. It's like, what the fuck? In the background is me playing my version of a song by Kettle. Some of you, Andy King, who used to make videos, turned me onto this music. And I liked it so much that I wanted to find out the chords, so I learned it, and this is my version in the background. Let me turn this up, it's beautiful. It's the music. It is not the words. I mean, I can be good with words, and still, it's like, so what? Play me some music. Play me some music. I was downtown the other day and on some sort of business, and I stopped into Homer's. And even though it was expensive for me right now, I couldn't leave without it. And that's the latest David Bowie single, Valentine's Day. And it's a picture disc. And it was almost 20 bucks for this, but I'm collecting Bowie. 20 bucks is a lot of money for me right now. And I'll say it again. I really like this David Bowie album. It's appropriate for him at his age and what's going on. He has nothing to prove. I like it. I like it. And I think over time it will be appreciated more by people who are too busy. Let me stop, okay? The new Bowie is good. Been listening to a few things other than myself, but mostly, honestly, I'm still composing a lot, writing. listening to myself and also listening to the music of my friends. Hollow Stars from Atlanta. David Batiziak is in town. He's been playing me his new tracks. I'm gonna try to help him find a label. I bet you there's a European label that will put the Hollow Stars out. Hollow Stars consists of original members of Deer Hunter and other bands, and this is dark, spacey stuff that's very unique and original. They've got no action from American labels so far. My friend Nick Fackler, who I'm in Indrima with, Indrima will eventually probably evaporate. He's too busy to make anything happen. That's fine, but he played some of his new stuff for me. He's also in Icky Blossom, so he played me some stuff he's working on there. I like this stuff. Sam Adam Martin on his new album. He was in the band Capgun Coup. He's got some new projects. They were all over yesterday, and some pictures are on Facebook. Some of you do keep up with me on Facebook, so you can see us there hanging out. They're making good music, and I'm happy to say that they're hearing that I'm making good music, and making it in a way that I wasn't before, and it's noticeably, the quality is noticeably higher. Really enjoyed being able to share that with my friends yesterday, because everyone is so busy, it's hard to get them to, and we're always saying, we're kind of self-absorbed to a degree that we're doing our thing, and it's like, that's what we're about, we're doing our thing, and we want you to hear what we're doing. But thankfully, we care about each other and we really do support each other, so I finally had an opportunity where they could actually listen, and they wanted to. Okay, there's not too much sitting down here, and I'll just show you what I have played recently that's still sitting out, because yesterday I did play a bunch of records with my friends, David, Nick, and Sam. Put most of them away. One thing we did play all the way through was Wire 154. Just played it on CD to make it easy. And this is the first CD edition of it that was put out by Harvest. Phenomenal album. The other day I listened to most of side 1 of Master of Reality by Black Sabbath. I bought this when it first came out as a teenager. This is not my original copy, but it's close to the shape of what my original would be, and if I still had it. And this is probably my favorite Black Sabbath album. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, the way that album starts, I love too, but this is great. Sweet Leaf, yeah, I like to smoke weed. It's not legal in Nebraska, but it's like, is there any reason to be ashamed of enjoying an herb? Okay? And if you think so, it's like, get the fuck away from me, And understand what I'm saying, okay? Because I'm not being negative shitty like so many people are. I got love for you, but it's like, I'm telling you, it's like, I know quite resolutely for myself that don't even make sense, okay? That's what I'm saying. I still love you. Calexico, Des Camino, Black Light remixes. Not a big fan of Calexico, but this is nice and sparse and scattered. And so the text thing, the rootsy thing is diluted. I really like it when I don't hear discernible references to roots. I like that. We know what our roots are. You don't have to keep showing it to me. That's why I'm at. You don't have to keep showing me your roots. Show me something else. That's what I'm looking for in music. And this is good. I haven't played this yet, but I pulled it out because I was vibing with Brad online. He had just found a copy of Bauhaus for 99 cents through eBay. What a steal. And he got an original on 4AD, and this is an original. This one I'll shout out to, I don't know if he watches anymore. I haven't talked to Jeff Recordman in probably a year, but Jeff Recordman gave this to me. I'll say this publicly, and Jeff, you can respond. Maybe this will get you to call me, because I'm not a caller. As soon as he got that new girlfriend, he was gone, and I knew that would be the case. And a lot of people are like that, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but I noticed that. As soon as you get your girl, you're gone. Or your guy. And that's fine. That's what you was looking for in the first place. Played this a few days ago. This is a posthumous release. Birmingham Sunday. A Message from Birmingham Sunday. This is an album that was recorded like in maybe 1968 or 69. Kind of a sunshine pop band. The girl singer at the time, I believe, is only like 15, and she can belt. And this is real good. But the tapes are damaged, and you can hear the damage on some of the tracks. There was nothing they could do, so they finally released it. This is great. It's around the Mamas and Papas, going into the Great Society sound before Jefferson Airplane. It's awesome. This is another one of my recent pieces that I just really like this. I shared this before, and I make this music for me. I do. I'm sharing it with you, but recently, as some of you folks know, I'm just kind of riffing as my thoughts come. Some of you folks know that this year I'm an artist in residence here in Omaha for a year up until next April at a local. But anyway, one of the things that I did this week was they had all of the artists do a video interview. It'll be online eventually, and I'll let you know. And they're they want to know about how has the residency been helpful to you and all this stuff, kind of trying to promote the program. But they also ask you about your process and about your art. And I explain in the video, I make this music for me, number one. I do not make this music with any commercial concerns in mind at all. It's for me because I need this music. I'm not hearing enough of it in other places, and I'm just nerd enough or whatever, Asperger's enough or whatever. I say that slightly serious and slightly sarcastically. I'm slightly whatever I am enough that all I need is music. I don't need words telling me over and over again how much I love you, or because that's annoying. I want to hear this music. The piece that's playing is my new composition called No More War Blues. This is up on my Bandcamp site. It's a free download. And this is my lament to the world pretending it's adult and mature and still fighting wars and blowing each other up for agendas. And this is not mature. This is kids squabbling in the sandbox as adults, blowing each other apart. This is not maturity. This is not intelligence. I know it's complicated. I know I'm speaking broad, but what I'm saying in essence is real. I won't say it's right, wrong, or correct. I'll say it's real. It would take a big man or a big woman to be able to rise to a position of power and not switch gears and just want to focus on holding on to the power, because that's what this is about. This is about holding on to power as opposed to correcting anything. And that's why I just refuse to be quiet about my opinion and my concerns about how the world is going, because we can turn it around. But one thing that would help is if we could get our leaders to fess up to what they're up to and say, okay, so you got us. We don't give a fuck about you people. We're just up here doing what we want and playing lip service to you and filling up the coffers for our constituents and ourselves. And we see that it's really ruined the cake for everyone, and this can't go on forever. That's why I keep saying this, is because at some point if the world leaders actually care about changing anything, then they have to give up that position. They have to start talking about giving it up. And that, I don't see it happening anytime soon. So I'm going to continue to bitch like I do. Whether I'm right or wrong, that's the way it looks to me. So that's what this track is. It's my lament called No More War Blues. It's up on my Bandcamp page. It's a free download, you know. And here I am. I'm in the territory of Harold Budd on this piece. If you know who Harold Budd is, I'm in that territory. Grab it. Grab it. An update on Dereck Nice. When my warped records, when I realized how many records were warped, I went ahead and ordered more. I explained that in a few videos back. However, my contact did not discern my message correctly, and they thought that I wanted them to wait until fall to press them. What I asked them to do was just, you know, let me know when they're done, but then I'll tell you when to send them according to the weather. Well, they didn't even make them yet. I contacted them last week and said, well, you know, what's up with the records? Oh, we didn't understand. So they haven't even made them yet. So there are a couple folks who are waiting, who requested their records were warped to the point that they want flat ones. And so you folks, we got about 4 weeks to wait for those to come, and then I'll get those to you. I've gone through most of my boxes, and I have separated out as many flat blacks. There are some actual flat black ones, and I have several flat black yellows. I'm going to unashamedly say that I need some sales, and if that backfires on me, that's fine, because I'm just going to continue to be honest. I hate the way businesses run, where people are always trying to fool you into getting your money. I'm telling you up front, I'm a starving artist. My retirement is gone. I get $500 a month stipend as an artist in residence. That and what little I make off of this, that I'm not holding aside to make the next record, is what I'm living on. So I'm living real Spartan-like. If you're interested in my music, or if you're interested in showing me some support, I got flat blacks and flat yellows for you. It's only $15. I'll put the link below. I really don't want to try to look for a job. I'm 58 years old. Who's going to hire me? I have other opportunities as a musician and artist, I think, to make money. If I have to start hustling that way, I'm going to, but I don't want to. I don't want to be hustling just to pay the bills. I want to enjoy life, okay? But I do, like everyone else, I need to be able to pay the bills. And it's tight and it's close, okay? I'm not ashamed to tell y'all that, all right? So if you just want to help me stay online and keep doing this, one thing you can do is buy my records. I don't want people to just give me money. I want you to buy my records. I don't care about the money. I need it. Okay? I'm looking to see if I have a yellow one to here to show, because like I said, I've been looking at these to separate. These are all flat blacks here, but I've got flat yellows too. I also, my sales for Sonospheres 2 went up, and those sales have been a lifesaver. And I'm letting you know, folks, I recently announced that the green version of Sonospheres 2 is gone, sold out. And sure enough, I get these, and oh, I wanted the green, you know. Well, I should have bought it, okay? Again, please, just let me be real, okay? Don't be offended by me just being a human and expressing myself with feelings. But I have red left. I'll get down to about 50 copies of the red Sonospheres 2. When you think about that, that's not a lot of records. So if you're interested in it, I'll show it. You better buy it. And I'll say it like that. you better buy it. If you're interested in this, you better buy it, because they are. Last week, most of my sales were Sonospheres. Thank you, folks, for buying. And also, you all tell me in the messages once you get the record how much you love it. This is not a vanity project. I'm making music that stands up, especially this and my new stuff. This music stands up to anything else out on the market. It does. It does. And I made this music here at home. And I think I'm gonna just, I'm feeling more confident to just tell you, you should buy my music, Some of you ought to support me. You're buying records, buy mine. Some of you will really be surprised at how good the music is. I'm not gonna say the fellow's name, but on my last upload of the kind of dark track, I got some nice comments, but one person had to give me a criticism. It's not that I don't mind criticism, but the one that it was stuck me in the side because it was wrong, and it upset me because it's been something I've been working at. The sound of those hi-hats is stock. Those hi-hats on that track are not stock. I want to openly thank Brendan James. There's another BC member from Australia who for my birthday this year sent me this USB. 16 gigs of drum samples and atmospheric loops and ambient loops and Dre samples, which I needed. And I have been painstakingly going through, I searched for the sound of that hi-hat on that track. I really like it. It's not stock. I can tell you specifically which drum set it's for. So I'm just saying out front without saying your name, because I appreciate you, as a fellow music lover and distant friend. It's not stock, and those sort of things are discouraging. It's almost like saying, well, you're pretty good, but you're still an amateur. That's how it comes off. And I'm not, okay? That's enough of that, okay? Some of the stuff, like, okay, let me put it like this. You'll appreciate this. I love Gavin Harrison's drumming, but I don't like the sound of his drums, okay? But what he's doing is like, okay, you just have to get past that, okay? But that's the sound he likes. He's almost a master drummer, so apparently that's what he likes. I don't like it, but I am. It burned me. It's like, suggesting that I'm slacking. No, I'm over here working hard on this music, okay? Stock sounds. Yeah, that pissed me off. I'm over here working hard. All right, enough of that. So I'm letting the music loop through. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to talk. Oh my goodness. See, I think I'm talking for a few minutes and it's been a half an hour. Well, I'm going to wrap up. I have the second rehearsal of my new band Hotlines today at the house, so I'm going to go set up. Hotlines is the name of the band. I'm playing with some amazing musicians. Luke Polipnik is a virtuoso guitarist. Amanda DeBoers Bartlett is a PhD in music, operatically trained vocalist. And then I have Icky Blossom's drummer, Javid Dabistani, who's a monster on the drums. Coming over to my house, and we're going to have our second rehearsal for our show, our debut gig, next week, Saturday here in Omaha. I don't know if it'll be taped or anything. If it does, I'll share it. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I got to set the house up for that. So that's how this is working. This is going to take hours to upload. I'm going to be busy, so I won't be frustrated not being able to use the computer. So I want to explain that. I want to say one more time that I'm glad that most people really seem to understand that I'm just sharing my life, my thoughts, and who I am very directly and very honestly. Anytime I say anything that may prick something in you or upset you, I just want to really encourage you to just own it, because I'm not here throwing barbs at anyone. I'm just sharing who I am and what's important to me. Please, it's hard to not take what people say personally, but But we need to work on it. I'm working on it all the time. I think I'm gonna just kind of go with that. It's like this music is. I need this music in this crazy fucking world. I really do. The latest with America, U.S. and Syria is that they're trying to talk diplomacy. But I'll bet you anything, and I'm gonna say this out loud. The U.S. Administration always has skull and bones people in it. And as long as I see that, I know that they're up to no good. John Kerry is skull and bones. I wouldn't be surprised if this just falls apart and goes into war again. Somebody wants to make some money. Somebody's up to an agenda that we're not being told about, and that's why they're over there fucking up the Middle East. This is not to help those people at all. It's not to help us. Say very bluntly, in my opinion, the only way that you can believe that the U.S. really has any honor behind its war actions anymore is that you must be brainwashed, or you're one of them.